Welcome to Orlando, Florida. A couple of teams hoping to finish their season in magical fashion by taking home a victory in the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up and get this bowl game underway. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So the Indiana Hoosiers offense will go on the attack first. A lot of times you run into these types of matchups. High-powered offense, big-time team against an opponent that's likely overmatched. So how do they keep this thing from getting ugly?
Well, everyone's going to have to elevate their level of play here defensively to have any chance in this one. And I'll tell you the hard part about stopping this offense, David, it's what Chip Kelly used to always say. It's a nameless, faceless opponent. They don't care who you are. They don't care what your record is. This offense comes out, and they are trying to embarrass you.
Well, the good thing is for this defense, it's been talked about all week, right? Like, you're not good enough.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. And the Hoosiers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll give it to the back. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23, a pickup of 4. It'll be 3rd and long. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, they really could have used that catch. Their physical pass defense, it brings up a 4th down. The Hoosiers will line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. So the Michigan Wolverines offense has the ball for the first time. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always
got some space. Shoved out of bounds after a big game. They'll mark it at the plus 42. The Wolverines just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. They're going to ride this running back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Short throw to the sideline, picks up just a little. They'll run him out of bounds, but look what's on the ground. Penalty marker. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Back to pass. Fires to the big fella. Bounced off his feet.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
Got him downfield. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9.
Man, that's a really nice job executing by this offense. 3rd down, defense expecting pass. They had a plan. Quarterback drops back, gets rid of the football. Nice job after the catch, and a great job setting up a 1st and goal for this offense.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. The big fellas coming out in the goal line defense. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. If If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Defense in press coverage. Starts a drive trying to go up top. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. And the Hoosiers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. The Hoosiers will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. They're testing the right side here. Turning it on. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. And the Wolverines, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Right back to the well. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
And the extra point is good. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Intercepted. Got room on the return. The 20. Touchdown, Wolverines. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about the guy who caught that and returned it for the touchdown. But how about the pressure on the quarterback? You've got to get ways to be physical with him and make him uncomfortable. Nice job hitting him as he's throwing with the football. And then, obviously, the interception and 6 points.
This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're fine.
There he goes. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. That last completion sets them up on 2nd down. Looking for space. It's Russ. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have 2 hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
The give to the tailback.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Touchdown, Michigan! He found found some open space and turned on the jets. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot, that he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
Ready to try the point after. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Got room at the 35. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
So after the break, they'll go back to work. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
Lofts one high and deep. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Hoosiers will punt this one away. They'll look to pin him deep. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive.
Returners don't get many shots, right? Like, they only get a few shots a game. They want to maximize it. You're not going to get any shots if you don't secure the football. You got to take care of the football, big fella.
Breaks into the open. Got enough for the 1st. Inside the 50. The 30. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Wolverines.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience, and with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires downfield. And while the pass is incomplete, the flag is down. I think that was a free play for this offense. Defense was in the neutral zone.
Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
Maybe can be a little more aggressive here after the offsides penalty. It's 1st and 5. He's looking to throw. Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Man, this guy is just starting to take this game over. Sack on 1st down, sack on 2nd down, and now on 3rd down, this offense, they better identify where this guy's lining up, and they better get him double-teamed because they can't block him right now.
He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. The Hoosiers send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. So here comes the Michigan offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been...
Oh, he's got some space. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. To the air on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Quarterback making checks. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Gets it out quickly. How about this freshman leading them on the chase and making the big play after the catch?
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. He finds a dead spot in the middle. Got enough space. Touchdown, Michigan. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Indiana sends the offense onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get...
He's loose on the right. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
Wow, they've been waiting for that play, right? They haven't been throwing it a lot. They've been real sluggish. They've got no points on the scoreboard. And now they come up with an explosive play in the passing game to get them in a position to score some points here, hopefully a touchdown, before this first half closes out.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Takes a hit as he fires. Makes a connection. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. Got a little space. Turning it on. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down.
Man, you got to lock in on your keys. When they run this kind of offense and they do the replays, somebody has to account for the quarterback, and they forgot who that was, and he made them pay with a big play.
Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
And I got to know on offense, right? When I get in this situation down near the goal line, I got to get physical, finish my run forward, not start dancing around, going all over the place and losing yards. That's just bad offense.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Gets it out fast. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Motion from the wideout. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Looking for the score. Got a hand on it nicely and broke it up in the end zone.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Here comes the field goal unit. Smashes it between the uprights. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. And he's coming out of the end zone. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
A first half that gave us some riveting moments, Reese. Not to mention the dramatic and the unexpected. Just a dynamite start to the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl.
And the Hoosiers will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They more than got the job done in the first half. Now the job in a bowl game, don't get distracted, and finish the deal here in the second half.
I mean, love the way they came out. They had all that time off, didn't look rusty at all, came out with the foot on the accelerator, looked really, really good. Palmer, you just more of the same here in the second half.
I agree, and if you're on that sideline right now, now's not the time to be thinking about the off-season, your strength program, what classes you're taking in the spring. You need to focus on finishing this game and punctuating this season.
Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants,
there he goes. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down. The Wolverines can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The pull and throw off the RPO. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Dumps it off in the flats. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter they come out and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Wants to throw on first down. Didn't put much on that one, and it's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Well, a great job making the tackle there. Now setting up third down in your own red zone. This is a stop you have to come up with. You want to give up field goals in this area of the field, not touchdowns.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. They just need a few more inches here on fourth down, and they'll try to get it with the offense. They'll try to sneak it.
Yeah, I think those quarterback sneaks used to be for the big, strapping quarterbacks. But, man, nowadays, dude, all you got to do is fall forward, and it's such a hard play to stop. So you see this all across all levels of football, and it's just a difficult play to stop.
And how about this? You get to start a drive with a first and goal. Hand off to the fullback. Touchdown, Wolverines! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
There's an old-school play you don't see very often anymore. Who's to say that fullbacks are dinosaurs today in college football? They turn around, they hand it off to the big fella, and he pays it off with a touchdown.
And he puts through the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
It's complete to the left. He has a knack for taking away the tackler's leverage. He's out to the 34. The Hoosiers come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the RPO, complete. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. Looking to throw on first down. Finds the tight end. Can't get him to the ground. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to keep it in the air. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
And the Hoosiers will punt it away on fourth down. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Special teams proving to be special. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And, Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
The Hoosiers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Sends it back in motion. Wants to fire on second down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. So we open the final period with a third down play. On third down, he drops to throw. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. And the Hoosiers line up to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Makes a nice grab at the 25. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Going right to work up top. They've got the screen set up. At midfield, he's got room. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. The screen, and watch out. And they just can't square him up, and he gets down to the 36. And the Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Got a man. It's Bohannon. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Wolverines. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Hoosiers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Got his man on the outside. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. They'll move the wide receiver. Little touch pass to the receiver. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down. And the Hoosiers will bring the punt team onto the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. So here comes the Michigan offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Quarterback may change this route. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Finds his tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to go up top. Fires to the tight end.
How about the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. He's got it. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
It's hard for an offense to win when you get in predictable situations. What a great job understanding where the first down marker is. I got to get a big gain, got to get that first down. Nice job. Great.
Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Michigan. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The Hoosiers will send out the punt unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Hauls it in, looking for space. He's got great speed. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Wants to go up top on first down. Swings it out to the flat. Nice move, creates some space. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Looking downfield on first down. Quickly complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Well, we are winding it down, guys. Only a few more plays left in this season, also wrapping up a really outstanding performance for this offense.
Yeah, and they're sending out the seniors on the right foot. Guys,
and we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, every time you...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. And the Hoosiers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Going to swing it on second down. Fires to the big fella. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, he can't hang on. That one was nearly picked off. Instead, he'll force a 4th down. The Hoosiers will try to pin them back with the punt. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. On the move. pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Flips it out to the back. Oh, he's got some space. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as